uh, in our area. So if you see the ground fatigue generation, so if you observe the plant, there is some kinds of a circular spot or some kinds of globular spot observed on the plant at the midrib region. This is the dorsal surface view. If you see this ventral surface, there's some kinds of a brownish color patch observed at the border of the edge of that plant. So this that's a brownish color is nothing but we call as the scale here. And at the beneath to the midriff area, there's some kinds of a hair-like portion that's nothing but we call as the rhizoids. So this is the dorsal view. This is the ventral view. So if you see the characteristics of plant, the plant body is thalloid. Plant body is the thalloid. That means the plants having the as the leaf-like structure, root-like structure, stem-like structure. It's called as a alike structure, not a true structure. Okay. Second characters, it is a small, flat, and dorsiventral. Okay, so that is due to the flat nature. There is the appearance of a two surface. One we call as a dorsal side, and next one we call as a ventral side. Dorsal side म्हणजे वरची, ventral side म्हणजे खालची जी soil ला attach असते. Next, if we see the branches is always the dichotomous. This is the characteristics of plant. Whatever the ending of these branches, they always having the two end. So simply we call as the dichotomously branches. Okay. Next, dorsal surface shows some kinds of a prominent midrib. Here, if you observe here, they have some kinds of a midrib here, as like this here. Okay, so this is the midrib present on the plant. So this is the characteristics, or we can differentiate the two species, Markensia and Rixia. Rixia having the midrib portion, while the Markensia are absent this midrib. So this is the prominent midrib. This is the characteristics of Rixia, as well as second characteristic is the dichotomously branched. So on the basis of these two characters, we can identify the Rixia and Marquesia. Next here, the growing point is situated in the apical notch. So if you see here is the some kinds of apical notch here. Okay, this is the apical notch, and here there is a particular cells are present. These cells are responsible for the divides and redivides. So continuously growth occur in this area. So that area we call as the apical notch. Okay, so there is a particular kinds of meristematic cells are present, and this meristematic cells contribute to addition of the cells continuously, and they have growth on this direction. जसं मी arrow दाखवतो त्या डायरेक्शन काय होतं, कंटिन्युअसली इयर बाय इयर ती ग्रोथ होत असते त्या प्लांट बॉडीची. Okay, so there is a particular kinds of cells are present. These cells are responsible for that growth. If what happen, if there is accidentally this part breakdown and this gets separated, so this entire plant, the entire part of that broken part of the plant body act as a individual plant, because if you see the next characteristics, there's in a vegetative reproduction. So due to the particular cells they have present. Okay. Next, if you see this ventral surface, this one, this is the ventral surface. They show the some kinds of a presence of the large rhizoids. So this is the portion here. Large presence of hair-like structures are present. So here, okay. So this hair-like portion is nothing but the rhizoids. So these are they have the some kinds of a root-like structure. So this is called as a root-like structure. Okay. So this is a rhizode. Same functions they have. They have they perform the some kinds of anchoring to the soil, as well as some kind absorption of water. Next, they have the particular kinds of they have the particulars absorb this water, and through the osmosis the water translocation takes place from root, that's rhizoids region to the thallus region. Okay, so next, if you see the characteristics, where is it? Then I can. Okay, so if you magnified the that rhizoids under the microscope, if you prepare this slide, so they have this kinds of a structure here. So this is the some kinds of hair-like structure. So if you get the sections through this lower epidermis, so this is the hair-like structure, nothing but the rhizoids here. So in at the time of if you magnify, observe under the microscope, you can find out this some kinds of a typical growth occurs on the rhizoids. So there's the two types of rhizoids we can find out. So one is the smooth wall, another is the tuberculate rhizoids. The smooth wall, they having some kinds of a inner smoothing inner wall, living cells. Main function is the absorption. So this one, this is the there's nothing kinds of any kinds of outgrowth. So this will look like a smooth. While if you see the tuberculate, there is some kinds of a pig peg-like portions they have observed, irregular growth they have observed. So that is called as the tuberculate rhizoids. So this peg-like projection in inner wall develop the protoplasm. Main function of that rhizoid is the mechanical support. Okay, as well as the margin of this ventral surface, there is some kinds of scale-like structures they have present. So they are present in a ventral surface of thallus. This is a simple and ligulated type, help to protection the growing point. Each scale is simple, multicellular, and one cell thickness here. So if you get this section of this thallus, and if you prepare this slides and observe under the microscope, so structure is look like this one. Okay, so up there we have divided this section into the two zone. First this one. Okay, so this is called as a photosynthetic zone up to here. Okay, and this is the lower portion. This portion is called as a storage zone. This one, this is the storage zone. This is the photosynthetic zone here. So the two portion. So here is the particular if you see assembly filaments are present. The cell to cell they have attached to each other, and so they have like a barrel shape. Okay, so if you see here, the photosynthetic zone, they consist of compactly arranged vertical row of cells. So this is the one cells here, one cell, two cell, four cell. But these are the arrangement. There is the attachment of this cell end to end. Okay, and in between the two vertical row, there is a gap are present. This gap is nothing but there is a called as a air chamber. What is called as a air chamber? If you see, the consist of compactly arranged vertical row of chlorine-chimatous cell. So chlorine-chimatous means there is a presence of a chlorophyll pigment. So this chlorophyll pigment are responsible for the photosynthesis. So that zone is called as a what is called as a that zone is called as a photosynthetic zone. Okay, due to the presence of the chlorine-chimatous cell. Uh, each and every assembly filament separated by the air chamber. So this is the each and every filaments there is a find out the particular gap. This is a fair filled with the air, and due to the filling air, so that is we call as the air chamber. And when there is a some kinds of water on the water, or some kinds of much more water, the plant get easily float with the help of this air chamber. So this is called as the adaptation. What is called as the adaptation? Plants are adapted at a particular situations here. So when there is some kinds of marsh habitat, or there is much more amount of water comes, the plants automatically get float. So this is the some kinds of we call as a mechanism to live on a earth surface or live on a particular situation. The cell produces chloroplast to perform the photosynthesis. Next, the storage zone. Below the photosynthetic zone, this zone actually from this upper epidermis, the middle from the middle layer, these cells, these zones are distinguished, consist of compact, colorless, parenchymatic tissue without any kinds of intercellular spaces. There is nothing, any kinds of intercellular spaces are present. Cell to cell get compactly arranged, and we cannot be find out any kinds of space. Whatever the food material they have, photosynthetic zones are produced. This all food material are storage in this parenchymatous cell. So this cell contain abundant quantity of the starch grains, or we call as a store the food material, the store in the nature of the starch grain here. Okay, so few cells of lower epidermis elongated to produce the rhizoids. So these are the rhizoids. So this is the lower epidermis, this is the upper epidermis. Lower epidermis they have get modified, and there is a formation of some of the cell of this lower epidermis. They form a hair-like structure. The hair-like structure nothing but the rhizoids. Again here, due to the function or due to the some kinds of outer growth, these rhizoids have the two types. Smooth walled rhizoids, another is called as the tuberculate rhizoids. Smoother rhizoids are responsible for the water absorption, while tuberculate rhizoids are responsible for the anchoring purpose or mechanical support purpose. Okay, so there is some kinds of pig-like or some kinds of grip they have developed on it. So that the structure is different. It's look like a tuberculate purpose. Okay, so if you see here, next point. Uh, Next point is the reproduction. So we see at the time of introduction, the bryophyte are reproduced in the three way. One is called as vegetative, asexual. Next is the sexual reproduction. We can see one by one. Uh, so vegetative reproduction. The vegetative reproduction takes place in the following way. First one is the fragmentation. Next one is the formation of advantageous branches. Next one is the persistent growing of apex, and next is the formation of a tuber. So fragmentation, the due to the some kinds of accidentally breakdown of a filament, each and every filament act as a new plant. There is a development of a new plant. So that is called as a fragmentation. Next was the formation of adventitious branches. So apical notch are responsible to the some kinds of advantageous branch growth. Large amount of growth takes place. And if you see in the figure, if you see here, so if you see one, there is a growth of this branches is much more. So automatically what's happened? This branch get breakdown from the parental plant, and this branch act as a new plant. So this is due to the some kinds of a growing of the apex. Next, the formation of a tuber. So in the unfavorable conditions, when the water scarcity occur, that time whatever the genetic material plants have, whatever the food material they have stored into the particular kinds of a cell, and these cells become like a tuber like or some kinds of a solaning structure. So that is called as a formation of a tuber. Okay, as like this some kinds of we can see this potato. So potato is a tuber. Okay, so whatever the food material they have, they forms some kinds of a muscular part in a plant body, and when the favorable conditions occur, as watering comes, this tuber growth into the new plant. So this is the way, in this way, that's plants they get vegetative reproduce. Vegetative means whatever the plant parts are responsible for the growth purpose. It's maybe a fragmentation, it's maybe a adventitious branches, it's maybe a growing apex, or it's maybe a formation of a tuber. Next, we see this reproduction. That is a rickshaw also reproduced by the sexual reproduction. The sexual reproduction is the oogamous type. Which one is the oogamous type. We already seen what is the oogamous type of a reproduction. That is a Anthidea and Archigonia. This is the gametangia produced inside the rixia. So male sex organ is called as the Anthidea, while the female sex organ is called as the Archigonia. Anthidea are born in the anthidea chamber, while the Archigonia born in the archigonial chamber. Here is the mistake. uh, Here is the mistake here. Here is the archigonial chamber. Okay. So male sex organs is the sperm, or you call it anthidea, while the female sex organ is the egg. So depending upon the species rixia, in a rixia, we can observe the two kinds of species. One having the monosexuous, or another having the diasexuous. That means the monosexuous means within the one plant we can observe the both the sex organs. While the second plant, we in this plant we can observe the both the plant, male plant as well as the female plant. They are the separately arranged. So that we call as a male plant, or we call as a female plant. So if you see, the sex organs rise slightly on acropetal succession. Acropetal succession means older gamete are the best and youngest gametes are the apex. So here the youngest at the apex and the oldest at the base. That we call as the acropetal succession. So this is the structure of the anthodium. They have present inside the thallus, embedded in this thallus. So after the vegetative growth of the plant, so there is a particular cells act as a microspore mother cell. And this microspore mother cell, that is simply we call as a MMC, microspore mother cell, are responsible for development of a gametangia. It may be a anthidea or it may be a archigonia. So microspore mother cell is responsible for the formation of the anthidea. Okay, megaspore mother cell responsible for the that is archigonia. So if you see, this is the assembly region, this is the storage region. Inside the storage region, some of the cells, there is a formation of a protective layer that is called as the jacket cells. What is called as a jacket cell? And inside here, this is the fertile cell. And outer jacket cell is the sterile cell, inner cell is a fertile cell. Here is the continuously mitosis takes place. There is a formation of mass of cell, and this mass of cells act as a that is the anthrocytes. Here we can observe here. So this each and every cells act as a anthrocytes. Here is the jacket cell, and hexagonal structure. If you observe, this is nothing but the we call as some kinds of anthrocytes. And here is the stalk attached to the storage region, and this is the some kinds of assembly filament, and here is the some kinds of anthodial cavity. So when at the time of maturity, there is a force are created from inner side, and due to the some kinds of immersion, water is absorbed by this jacket cell. That is turbidity apply, and due to the turbidity, the jacket cell get busted, and release of this anthrocyte takes place. So if you see, this structure of anthidea is differentiated into the stalk and body of anthidea. This is the stalk, this is the body. Body of anthidea consists of a single jacket layer cells. So this is the single jacket layer cells, and inside here there is the presence of a mass of anthrocytes. Each anthrocytes differentiated into single biflagellated anthrozoids. So this is the structure of anthrocytes. Okay. So this is the here this cell, that is the square cell. Square cell. Here is the two nuclei. Mitosis takes place. There is a breakdown of this wall, release of this anthrocytes, and here this is the flagella, and this is the anthrocytes here. So there is a flagella, that is that means these are the movable. They can move or they can swim with the help of this water current. Okay. So descent of how the descent of anthodium takes place. So at the maturity, the pore of anthodium chamber become wide open. Anthracites float in a viscous fluid formed by the dissolution of cell wall of anthracites. Sterile jackets of anthracites imbibes water, become soft and disorganized. After then, anthracites ooze out in the mass through an opening. Anthracite escapes and come to the dorsal surface of thallus, where they swim in the film of water present on the dorsal surface of thallus due to the rain or the dew. The presence of water is essential for the liberation of anthracites. So, this is the main point of this bryophyte. What is the water is essential? Water is essential for liberation of the anthracites. With absence of water, with the absence of water, this function is not takes place. So that plant bryophyte we call as a amphibious plant, as like the frog. Frog can live on a terrestrial surface also and in water also. So these plants also require terrestrial, that means soil, as well as the water. So due to the hydrophobic nature, the water through this water there is a formation due to the dispersal of this anthracite takes place, and there is a formation of फ्लेम या फ्लेम मीन्स जसं आपण पाण्यावरती ऑइल जर ओतलं किंवा टाकलं तर त्याच्यावर असे असे तरंग तरंग तयार होतात. तेव्हा याच्यामध्ये काही केमिकल्स असतात. त्या केमिकल म्हणजे जॅकेट सेल्स वरती काहीतरी केमिकल असतात. त्या केमिकल काय करतात एक अशी रिलीज केल्यानंतर एक तवंग तयार होतं. त्या तवंग मध्ये काय होतात ह्या अँथ्रोझाइट्स काय करतात एक्सेप्ट केले जातात किंवा सोडले जातात. आणि ही जी फिल्म आहे, फिल्म ऑफ वॉटर, जसं आपण एखादं ऑइल ओतल्यानंतर आपल्याला फिल्म दिसते त्यासारखं ही फिल्म होते आणि ही फिल्म काय होतं वॉटर करंटने हे वाद जातात. ओके. So next the structure of the female gametangia, or we call it that is called as the structure of the archegonia. This is the flask-shaped structure. If you see in the figure is look like a flask-like structure. They have the part that is called as the stalk. Next is the solar venter. Next is the long neck here. Okay. The stalk it is the fuse cell attached to the storage region. Solar venter it is a consists of the single ventral cell. It closes into the ventral canal cells. That is called as a simply for understand for remaining purpose you call as a VCC. What is called as a VC? In exam you cannot be uh, remember the word. For that purpose, so here, so for this short form, we can write here VCC. So VCC nothing but the what is a ventral canal cell. Okay, and here there is another name that is a NCC. What is a ऐकताय ना मी एकटाच बोलतोय हॅलो
हो सर.
so this is the NCC. What is the neck canal cell and this is the what is the ventral canal cell. So ventral canal cell this portion is called as a ventral canal cell while this portion up to here this from the starting this to up to this is called as a neck canal cell. हे आपल्याला एक्झाम मध्ये आठवत नाही म्हणून आपण शॉर्ट फॉर्म काय करतो NCC and next one is a VCC. That is called as a neck canal cell and ventral canal cell. Okay. So this is they have the structure as like the flask. जसं आपण लॅबोरेटरी मध्ये फ्लास्क यूज करतो as like this. Okay. So they have the as like the okay. So narrow neck and base is the border. So here is the particular cell arrangement in this area. This is also particular cell. So this is the that is called as an N as the neck. This is the V for the venter. Okay. So neck long neck consists of 6 to 9 cells. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as like this. The tire means layer arranged in a 6 vertical rows as like this first second third fourth fifth sixth. Okay. surrounded by the narrow neck canal cells. Okay, so this is the thallus. Inside the thallus, this is the assembly region, photosynthetic region. This is the storage region. At the maturity, there is the MMC, that is the megaspore mother cell, responsible for formation of the different kinds of a cell. First cell are the sterile, middle layer having the fertile cell. Sterile cell responsible for formation of ventral canal cell as well as the neck canal cell, while fertile cell responsible for formation of the egg. So this is the egg here. For the protection purpose, neck as well as these ventral canal cells are useful. And for the gamete purpose or for the female gametangia, these egg cells are responsible. Okay, so this is the lead cell. Here is the lead cell. Okay, so if you see how the mechanism occur here, that we see here. So, how the fertilization occur? That is union of a female gamete and male gamete. So here is the occurrence in the presence of water. Without the water, fertilization is not takes place. Either it's by rain, either it's the dew. Water is needed for the digestion of antheridia. Instead of without the water, nothing the digestion takes place because whatever these jacket cell are present, they can imbibition occur. Imbibition nothing but the dead cell responsible for absorption of water. When the rainy season come, some water droplets fall on that jacket cells and they get turgid and they are soft. The cells become a soft and there is the digestion of this anthrocyte takes place. Okay, so there's liberation of the anthrocytes, opening of neck canal cells, and movement of anthrocytes to archegonium. So this is the process takes place at the time of this water is in the presence of this water. At the maturity, neck canal cell, that is the NCC, and ventral canal cells, VCC, disintegrated and become a mucilaginous. When these cells get dissolved, automatically there is a formation of some kinds of a mucilaginous. These cells they form some kinds of a chemical, and this that is nothing but the mucilaginous substance, some kinds of a sticky substance. This substance, when hydrated, they exert the pressure, so the cover cells spread apart. Okay, so if you see this structure here, this structure, and here is the dissolution of the NCC and VCC. So here some kinds of a mucilaginous substance the secretion takes place. Due to the mucilaginous substance secretion, there is an opening of this lead canal cell takes place. So there is an opening takes place. So that's the cells are responsible for create this passage. What is the create this passage, opening the archegonial neck. Some of this mucilaginous substance get ooze out. Some kinds of a chemically the sperm get attract towards it. Okay, these anthrocytes are attract the chemotatically toward the some chemical and with the presence of the mucilaginous. Some of them enter into the neck canal cell. Only the single anthrocytes which reaches the first fuse with the egg. The fusion result in the formation of the diploid zygote, and this gametophases of the cycle end in the formation of a zygote. So if you see here, the here is the totally due to the water current that anthrocytes movement takes place. Anthrocytes movement takes place. So this way, movement of anthrocytes. Oh, depending upon the monocysis or dioecious. Okay, so when monoecious plant are present within the one plant, within the one plant, either within the one thalli, there is the presence of the Antheridia and Archegonia. Okay, इथं काय राहील, इथं याच्यामध्येच तुमच्या इथं अँथोडिया पण असतील किंवा अर्चिगोनिया असेल. पण कधी असेल जर मोनोसियस प्रेझेंट असेल तर. जर डायसियस स्पेसिस असेल तर द डिस्टन्स जो असेल अँथोडिया मेल प्लांटचा आणि फिमेल प्लांटचा हा जास्त असेल. ओके, सो डायसियस असेल. याला सुद्धा वॉटर रिस्पॉन्सिबल आहे. Monoecious is also require the water, and dioecious species also require the water. Okay, so due to the water current, they can flow with the help of water current. But this anthrozoites, they have attract due to the chemical. जो काय chemical किंवा mucilous substance neck canal cell किंवा ventral canal cell secrete करतात, त्याच्याकडे त्या anthrozoites काय करतात, attract करतात. Attract केल्यानंतर ती इथं पॅसेज क्रिएट होतो. इथून त्या through this neck canal cell, ventral canal cells, it reaches up to the egg. Here the fusion of this anthrozoites and egg takes place. There is the formation of zygote. Here is the end of the gametophytic stage. इथं gametophytic stage काय होती, स्टॉप होते. इथून पुढे काय स्टार्ट होतं, स्पोरोफायटिक जनरेशन. ओके, त्याच्या पुढे स्पोरोफायटिक जनरेशन स्टार्ट होतं. So up to the gamete formation, Antheridia, Archegonia, anthocytes, up to the zygote. This stage we call as a, what is called as a gametophytic stage. Okay, after the 2n formation, that means the zygote or embryo, these are started the which one? Which one? Which we call as a, yes, कोणती स्टेज आहे मग आरती, आयशा? गॅमेट फॉर्मेशन टू झायगोट, त्या स्टेजला कोणतं म्हणतो आपण? पूजा, गॅमेट फॉर्मेशन टू झायगेट्स पर्यंत आपण कोणती फेज आहे? नाही समजलं आरती? That is called as the gametophytic phase. Okay, from the zygote to the plant, जोपर्यंत प्लांट तयार होत नाही त्याला काय म्हणतो आपण? Sporophytic stage. Okay, so this is the sporophytic stage. The first cell of sporophytic generation, that is the zygote, is the first cell of sporophytic generation. It is a 2n. 2n means one from the egg, another from the anthrocytes. So this is a 2n. Okay, zygote is retained inside the venter and starting the germination. So it is a enters inside the venter, and there is a formation of the division. So one cells are converted into 4 cells. So that is called as a that's a that you call as a mitosis takes place. So it produces a diploid sporophyte plant body, that is called as a sporogonium, which depends upon the gametophytic plant. Depend upon means for all the nutrition purpose, they totally depend upon the gametophytic plants. जी काय plant body आहे त्या plant body वरच sporophytic phase ही present असते. कारण ही separate नसते, depending upon the gamete for the food purpose. Okay, so this is the structure of this sporogonium. So here is the assembly region, photosynthetic zone. Here is the storen region, and here is the large sag-like structure are present. And inside the sag-like structure, that is called as a capillary. That is the this is the cleptria, and inside the cleptria there is the presence of many spore. Many spore. So these are the totally embedded in the centrally in the tissue of gametophytic plant. So हे separate plant नसतं, त्याच plant body मध्ये gametophytic मध्ये हे gametophytic मध्ये sporophytic stage start होते. कारण food material साठी totally depend कशावर आहे, gametophytic plant वर. So represented by the capsule. Okay, that is called as a spore sac. Here is the fruit and seta are absent. So this is the lower member of bryophyte. So here is the absence of futa and seta, while the higher member, as like the anthroceots, as well as some kinds of funaria, we can find out the both these organ, foot and seta. But this is the primitive member, so there is the absence of these two organ, foot and seta. Only capsule are present. So this region is the capsule. Okay. So consists of mass of spore enclosed within the outer layer of a Captria. The spore are generally attached in the tetrad. Tetrad means four cell stage. Okay, the spore are haploid and are first cells of the sporophytic generation. The capillary layer is the part of the gametophyte. The spore are enclosed within the gametophytic thalli until the thallus die and decay. After this spore are set free in the soil, disperses the wind or the water. ही बॉडी जोपर्यंत डिजनरेट होत नाही तोपर्यंत हे स्पोर त्याच्यामध्ये राहतात. जेव्हा अनसंटल कंडिशन्स येतात, जेव्हा अनफेवरेबल कंडिशन्स येतात, ही बॉडी पूर्ण डिके होते आणि स्पोर काय केले जातात, लिबरेट केले जातात. स्पोर डिसॅमिनेट होतात. ते विंड बरोबर डिसॅमिनेट होतील किंवा रेन वॉटर बरोबर डिसॅमिनेट होतील आणि याच्यापासून नवीन प्लांट तयार होईल. त्या प्लांटला आपण म्हणतो स्पोरोफायटिक प्लांट. सो दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर. दिस इज द टेट्राड of the spore. This is the single spore. When after the maturation, this wall get degenerated and there is a liberation of a single spore. If you see the structure of this spore, they have the two layer. One is called as the exosporium, another is called as the endosporium. Exosporium having this some kinds of a wall. It is unequal. So if you see here, the first cell of gametophyte generation, it consists of mass of cytoplasm with the small haploid nucleus. Spore wall differentiate into the outer exine. Outer exine nothing but the that is called as the exosporium, while the inner intine, this is the endosporium. And exine is the hard, thick, while the intine is the thin and transculent. So, so this is the after the germination of the spore, the spore get liberated. So there is a no resting period. Directly they can germinate it. So there is a some kind required of light as well as the some kinds of low temperature as well as the sufficient moisture. So what is the resting period? Anybody? Resting period काय आहे सांगता येईल? Resting period त्याला आपण व्हायबिलिटी म्हणतो. हॅलो, what is the viability or you call as a resting period? काही प्लांट आहे, काही प्लांटेस आपण सीड्स आहे, सीड जर टाकले तर उगत नाही. ओके, का उगत नाही? आणि काही प्लांट सीड टाकले तर लगेच उगतात. व्हाय? एनीबडी? आरती, Aisha, Pooja, what is the answer for it? This is the answer, resting period. But what is the resting period? पूजा हाय का? करणं चालू करून दिलंय, कुठे गेल्या बाहेर? हॅलो, आरती, आयशा?
हाँ सर, नहीं पता.
नहीं पता. रेस्टिंग पीरियड क्या होता है? उसको ही वायबिलिटी कहते हैं, सीड वायबिलिटी. Okay, so at that time that seeds are not get germinated because of immaturity of embryo or some kinds of a testa. Seed testa is the hard. जो सीडचं कव्हर असतं ते हार्ड असतं आणि त्यामुळे काय होतं, वॉटर ऍब्सॉर्प्शन होत नाही आणि सीड जर्मिनेट होत नाही. So there is a different reason. It's maybe a embryo, it's maybe a some kinds of physical reason, or it's maybe some kinds of a chemical reason. Okay, so if you see the tomato seeds, the tomato seeds we have uh, uh, isolated from the fruit, and we can directly sown into the soil, it cannot germinate because the seeds are coated with the particular kinds of a chemical, and they can prevent the for germination. So there is a depending upon the seed to seed or depending upon the plant to plant. But in the bryophyta, there is a nothing any kinds of viability. So directly the spore get germinated. So that is called as a no resting period. That is called as a no resting period. So, but for that growing purpose or for the particular development of the plant purpose, there is a requirement, that is the sufficient amount of light, low temperature, as well as the sufficient moisture they are required. Moisture is essential. Without the moisture, it cannot be germinate. Okay, the spore absorb the moisture, swell, and they forms a germ tube, emerge out from the germ spore. So this is the some kinds of a spore. This is the spore germination tube. So there is a breaking of the cell wall, that is the spore wall, and this spore wall, there is a formation of germ tube. After this dense inside the hair, dense protoplasm flow, dense protoplasm flow through the germ tube. This is the protoplasm here, and digital and cut the large terminal cells. So this is the some kinds of large terminal cells. There is a formation, and here the first rhizoids near to the tube, there is a form here. So this is the rhizoids here. So as like this, there is the germination of the spore takes place. So this process is called as a germination, and this result into the formation of gametophytic plant body. What is called as a gametophytic plant body. So this, that is the, there is a, this is the part here. This is the thallus part, and this thallus pass having the two tire cells, four into the four cells. As like this, they have divides and it redivides, and there is a formation of the thallus. So that thallus is nothing but the gametophytic plant body. This is the young flat thallus. कसं आहे ते? Young flat thallus. So we want to study here life cycle of this Riccia. The life cycle is the diplohaplontic. Diplohaplontic. Diplo means 2n, haplontic means single n. Okay. Alternative of generation is the heteromorphic, because we can see this gametophytic as well as the sporophytic generation. So this is called as a heteromorphic. त्याला काय म्हणतो आपण? Heteromorphic, since plant body of two generation morphological dissimilar each and every generation, because the sporophytic generation is different, gametophytic generation is a different. So we started from here. Here is the gametophytic plant, that is a Riccia. It can be reproduced by the vegetative. This is a single N. This Riccia having the produce the gametophytic, that is called as a sex organ. This sex organ, this plant may be a monoecious or dioecious. This formation of the anthodium or archegonia. This anthodium is responsible for the formation of antherozytes. Archegonia responsible for formation of egg. This both the gamete get united. That is called as a fertilization. To do the fertilization, there is a formation of zygote. If you see this N, there is a formation of diploid. This is called as a diploid. Okay, so here is the sporophytic generation is started from zygote up to the gametophytic stage here. Sorry. Okay, so here after the fertilization, sporophytic generation started with the zygote. Its end up to the spore mother cell. Okay, this is here. This sporophytic, the spore, spore get liberated, and again the germination of the spore takes place. Again the formation of gametophytic. So this is the way the Riccia complete the life cycle. Either the vegetative reproduction, either the sexual reproduction. Okay, or after the sexualization, there is a formation of a spore. This is the spore. That means as a seed like. This is the seed like. Okay, याच्यामध्ये अंडरस्टँडिंग झालं का नाही झालं? परत एक्सप्लेन करू. परत एक्सप्लेन करू का अल्टरनेशन ऑफ जनरेशन
Yes,
किंवा
sir.
लाईफ सायकल ऑफ रिक्शिया?
हो सर.
ओके, सो दिस इज द प्लांट बॉडी. कशी आहे प्लांट बॉडी आहे रिक्शियाची? गॅमोफायटिक. ओके, इट कॅन बी रिप्रोड्यूस either by the vegetative fragmentation, tuber, apex, okay, or it can reproduce by the sexually. Okay, in the gametophytic plants within the thallus there is the production of antheridia and archegonia. Antheridia are the male gamete while archegonia is the female gamete. Antheridia is responsible for anthrozoites, archegonia is responsible for development of a egg. Here is the fertilization takes place. Okay, that is the union of the anthrozoites and egg. This fertilization is responsible for the zygote formation. This is the 2N, that is the diploid. Here is the starting of a sporophytic generation. इथलं काय कोणतं आहे? स्पोरोफायटिक जनरेशन स्टार्ट झालं कुठून इथपासून. ओके, आणि झायगोट रिस्पॉन्सिबल formation of the sporophyte. It is also 2N. Sporophyte forms the capillary. Inside the capillary there is a formation of spore mother cell, and spore mother cell responsible for spore. Okay, 2N, they have get meiosis, and then there is formation of spore, and then there is the formation of gynophytic generation. So here is the sporophytic generation. It's a very small. It is a very small up to the zygote to the formation of spore mother cell. Okay, this spore mother cell then germinate. Okay, that is called as germination of spore, and this is responsible for formation of the gametophytic plant. So this N, single N, is a very large gametophytic phase is the large, and sporophytic generation totally depend upon the gametophytic generation for the food material. So this is the dependent. So both the plant are dissimilar. कसे हे dissimilar आहे आणि वेगवेगळे, म्हणून याला काय म्हणतो डिप्लोहॅप्लॅन्टिक और त्याला काय म्हणतो हिट्रोमॉर्फिक टाइप ऑफ अल्टरनेशन ऑफ लाईफ सायकल. ओके, कारण दोन्ही त्याचे प्लांट्स बॉडी वेगळी आहे, त्याचं स्ट्रक्चर वेगळं आहे, स्पोर वेगळे, त्याचं म्हणजे मॉर्फोलॉजी वेगळी आहे, म्हणून त्याला काय म्हणलं आपण हिट्रोमॉर्फिक टाइप ऑफ अल्टरनेशन ऑफ जनरेशन. ओके, आपले रिक्षा आता एंड झालेले. ओके, उद्या परत आपण काय बघणार आहे इकॉनॉमिक इम्पॉर्टन्स ऑफ ब्रायोफाइट्स. इकॉनॉमिक इम्पॉर्टन्स ऑफ ब्रायोफाइट्स बघणार आहे. बघा हे आहे तुमचं स्टार्टिंग ऑफ स्पोर जर्मिनेशन, म्हणजे इथं गॅमेटोफायटिक स्पोर काय झालंय स्टार्ट झालेले. ओके, हा हे कोणतं आहे? हे आहे गॅमेटोफायटिक जनरेशन. इथून गॅमेटोफायटिक जनरेशन स्टार्ट होतं. हे पण फिमेल गॅमेटोफायटिक. ओके, आणि इथून कोणतं आहे झायगोट पासून स्पोरोफायटिक जनरेशन. ओके, सो दिस इज द पर्टिक्युलर स्ट्रक्चर. हा नमस्कार. हा सकाळीच टाकले होते. बरं, हा 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 मी पण थोडं लेक्चर चालू होतं, मला फोन करायचं विसरून गेलो. चालेल, करतो थोड्या वेळ. So that's we call as some kinds of a life cycle. How the plant raw rickshaw complete the life cycle. Okay, there is a three way. It's either they reproduce by vegetative, either it's reproduced by the sexually, either it's reproduced by the sporophytic. Okay, so spore germination असेल किंवा vegetative reproduction असेल, त्या पद्धतीने ते काय करतं लाईफ सायकल कम्प्लीट करतं. इथं आपलं इथं संपलेलं आहे. आता याच्यामध्ये क्वेश्चन जर विचारलं जातील तर तुम्हाला क्वेश्चन असं विचारलं जातील, डिस्क्राइब द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ अँथोडिया, डिस्क्राइब द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ अर्चिगोनिया, किंवा हे तुम्हाला इम्पॉर्टंट आहे. स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ अँथोडिया, नंतर स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ अर्चिगोनिया. This is the how the fertilization takes place. Next is the describe the sporophytic phase or sporophytic phase in Vixia. So this is the important here, that answer. Next is the how the germination of spore takes place. and describe the long question विचारला, describe the alternation of generation or life cycle of rickshaw. So you can draw the figure and write down how this can how gamete are responsible for formation of vegetative reproduction, sexual reproduction, and explain what is the sporophytic generation and gamete generation. Okay, so depending upon your exam, जर कोरोना संपला तुमची एक्झाम ही थेरॉटिकल होईल, जर कोरोना राहिला तर एमसीक्यू टाइप एक्झाम होईल. तुम्हाला कोणती एक्झाम लागेल, कोणती सोपी जाईल, एमसीक्यू का थेरॉटिकल?
थेरॉटिकल.
का? राईट, एमसीक्यू सोपी ना, ऑप्शन समोर आन्सर समोरच राहतात, त्याचं एकच चॉईस करायचं फक्त. हा ओके, आपला हा पॉइंट संपला. उद्या आपण आता जो आपला जो राहिलेला पॉइंट आहे उद्या सेम किंवा 11 लेक्चर आहे कॉलेजचं उद्या 11 11:30ला.
नाही सर.
मग ठेवू का उद्या 11 वाजता?
हो सर.
काय प्रॉब्लेम कोणाला? तेव्हा हे आपल्या उद्याचा पॉइंट आहे, इम्पॉर्टन्स ऑफ ब्रायोफाइट. त्याचा युजेस कुठं होतं, इकोलॉजिकली इम्पॉर्टंट असेल किंवा इकॉनॉमिकल असेल तर हे त्याचे वेगवेगळे सोर्सेस ऑफ फ्यूल, हॉर्टिकल्चर, प्रिव्हेंटिव्ह यूज, हाऊस होल्ड यूज, हाऊस कन्स्ट्रक्शन साठी, फार्मसी इंडस्ट्री, मॉस इंडस्ट्रीज हे बघणार आहे उद्या. ओके, उद्याचं मग बनवू लिंक मग 11 11:30ची. कोणाला प्रॉब्लेम आहे काही? बोलत पण नाही कोणी, प्रॉब्लेम है हाई का नहीं?
नहीं सर, कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है.
नाही सर.
ओके, समझ में आया? का सब गया ऊपर से, सिर के ऊपर से गया?
समझा सर.
हाँ समझा, अभी आए समझा. तांबुली क्या किधर थी?
सर थोड़ा बाहर गई थी ना तो अभी टाइम मिला ऐसा. पर
ओके,
लास्ट पॉइंट समझा, डबल समझा है ना तुमने.
हाँ
समझा
तो
तो
ये थ्योरेटिकल हुआ तो वो क्वेश्चन आता है, डिस्क्राइब द लाइफ साइकिल ऑफ रिक्शा. नहीं एमसीक्यू हुआ तो सिंपली आएगा, लाइफ साइकिल कैसे हुआ, हेट्रोमॉर्फिक है का होमोमॉर्फिक है, आइसोमॉर्फिक है, ऐसा क्वेश्चन आता है. तो डिपेंडिंग कौन सा आपकी एग्जाम कैसी होती है उस पे. ओके,
हाँ.
अगर कोरोना खत्म हो गया तो थेरेटिकल हो जाएगी, नहीं तो एमसीक्यू. हमने एमसीक्यू क्वेश्चन निकाले, वैसे तो यूनिवर्सिटी का क्वेश्चन पेपर सेटिंग एमसीक्यू हुई है. ओके, सो अभी बैकलॉग की एग्जाम होगी वो एमसीक्यू होगी. जनवरी के बाद क्या सिचुएशन है उस पर डिपेंड है अभी.
ओके.
हाँ, अब क्या एग्जाम तो अभी डायरेक्ट मार्च में हो गया अभी फर्स्ट ईयर की रेगुलर की, क्योंकि अभी तक यूनिवर्सिटी कुछ नहीं आया एफवाई का स्टार्ट करना है कि क्या करना है, कुछ नहीं है. ओके, चलेगा.
मार्च में होगी क्या एग्जाम?
हाँ,
एग्जाम मार्च में होंगी क्या?
अभी आपका सेम स्टार्ट ही नहीं हुआ ना.
अच्छा.
ऑथराइज यूनिवर्सिटी ने एसवाई और टीवाई का किया है. अभी हमने सिर्फ बैकलॉग का क्वेश्चन पेपर निकाले एफवाई के 19 पैटर्न के, रेगुलर का नहीं निकाले. अभी क्या डिसीजन लेती है यूनिवर्सिटी 2-3 दिन में समझ में आएगा, वो सर्कुलर निकलेंगे. अभी 15 से स्टार्ट होंगे आपका, क्योंकि ऐसा ऑथराइज कुछ भी नहीं दिया यूनिवर्सिटी की एफआई का स्टार्ट करो क्या इस टाइम एग्जाम है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं दिया है उन्होंने. ओके, मैं बात अभी कल का लिंक भेजता हूँ अभी, और बाकी का भी उनको भी लेक्चर अटेंड करने को बोलो. हाँ
हाँ ओके सर.
ओके. हाँ
सर तुम अभी जो
बोलो.
टॉपिक एक्सप्लेन किए उसके नोट्स वगैरह कुछ देंगे कि नहीं?
नोट्स आपके पास प्रशांत पब्लिकेशन का बुक है क्या?
नहीं.
नहीं है. पर मैं व्हाट्सएप पे डाल देता हूँ। हाँ
ओके ठीक है, PDF सेंड कर देना।
हाँ हाँ चलेगा, ओके।